So Magomed Ankalaev has just beaten Alex Pereira at UFC 312. If y'all checked out my last video, I predicted that Magomed Ankalaev was going to win by knockout, and y'all can't lie, I was kind of close because I felt there were multiple instances in that fight where Pereira was close to getting knocked out. But either way, I believe that Ankalaev was going to get the dub, and he ended up getting the dub. So for everyone over the past week that's been hating on me, that's been writing hate comments, for everyone that's been shitting on Ankalaev, saying racist shit like, oh yeah, Ankalaev's an inbred, shut the fuck up, all that disgusting shit, cope, your boy just lost. But now, on a real note though, I was really impressed by this fight and the performance between both Ankalaev and Alex Pereira. And there were things in that fight that I actually didn't really expect. So for example, I did not expect Ankalaev to start piecing up Pereira on the feet. I know that Ankalaev is actually pretty much mainly a striker, you know, he has the grappling, but if you've seen his fights, he doesn't really use grappling that often. He kind of has it in the back pocket, so I figured that in this fight he was going to strike with Alex Pereira, but I didn't expect him to piece up Pereira the way that he did. And at the same time, I'm really impressed with Alex Pereira and his wrestling defense. I mean, Ankalaev, I don't believe got any shots in that fight, which was also something really surprising to me, that Ankalaev, even though, you know, Ankalaev took some takedowns, he wasn't able to end up getting any. So overall, this fight really surprised me, and I thought it was a really good fight. I thought both men did a really great job. A lot of people now are calling the fight boring because Pereira lost, but you can't lie, that fight was pretty good. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat the whole fucking time. I thought round one, Pereira was doing really good with his kicks and was landing shots, and then I think in round two, Ankalaev started to really just find his rhythm, and he clipped him in the second round. Third round was pretty much back and forth, but I thought Ankalaev nearly edged it. And then I guess some controversy comes in both the fourth and final round, where Ankalaev, especially in the fourth round, was pretty much holding up Pereira on the cage, and a lot of people are upset and are calling Ankalaev boring and all this shit. But look, you're fighting for a championship, and you know that Pereira is dangerous. You know that he's dangerous, and that even towards the final round, Pereira showed that he was still dangerous. I mean, he head kicked Ankalaev, and Ankalaev definitely felt that. And we've seen in his first fight with Adesanya that he can come back even in the final round. So I don't think you can hate on Ankalaev for stalling on the cage, and I still think they were able to get some pretty good work in. And I mean, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm so into MMA to where I don't really care if they're grappling on the cage. Like, it doesn't really bore me. A lot of people right now are saying that Pereira was robbed. I don't think so. I think that, again, Ankalaev won rounds 2 through 4, in my opinion. I think he probably even won round 5. Round 5 was also a really close one, in my opinion. So, but overall, the fight itself was really, really good. And again, like, I'm really happy that Ankalaev won the fight, but I don't really want to be like shitting on Pereira. That's not the whole point of this video. Like, I love Pereira as well. I think he's an amazing fighter. I just really wanted Ankalaev to win, man, because everyone was just shitting on Ankalaev, and I think Ankalaev is a really fun fighter. I mean, his last fight against Rakic, you guys could probably call that boring, but that wasn't even Ankalaev's fault. That was Rakic's fault because he just kept backing up the whole time. So I'm just really happy that Ankalaev ended up getting the dub. Now the question is, if Alex Pereira should get the rematch. In my opinion, I think if you have 3 or more title defenses, you should be entitled to a rematch. So I actually wouldn't mind seeing a rematch, unless Pereira just kind of decides to maybe like move up to the heavyweight, which I don't even think the UFC would mind him doing that to fight Tom Aspinall. But actually, I would love to see the fight again, personally. I would love to see the fight again and see how it would play out. Because again, I think both fighters kind of underestimated each other in certain departments. I think Pereira underestimated Ankalaev's striking, and I think Ankalaev underestimated Pereira's wrestling defense. So overall, it was a really good fight, and honestly, again, I would love to see the fight one more time and see if any of the two of them would do things differently in the rematch. I'm going to make more videos just kind of going more in depth on the fight and who I think both fighters should fight next. And I'm going to talk about the whole card and everything like that. So If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know down below what you thought about the whole card. I thought the whole card was spectacular. There was a whole bunch of bangers. There were a whole lot of fun fights, and yeah, it was just a really good time. And remember, my boys, stay active, stay busy, most of all, stay hungry.